gonna catch this. Okay. Poof.
Hey!
That's a little creepy. Wow, guys, it is absolutely gorgeous today. Look at this weather. It's finally warming up just a little bit. I'm not sure the temperature, but I'd say it's close to 30 based on the snow melting a little bit. All right, well, let's take a look inside and see what we have going on today. It's probably more drywalling.
Hey guys, and welcome back to This Life We Live, where we are building our dream home, a modern styled barndominium from scratch. If you're not familiar with the channel, go back to my main channel page and click the channel trailer. It will clue you into what we do out here, both on the farm and for our big build that we are doing right now. Because drywalling has taken so long, and I think you guys are probably getting bored of it, I decided maybe to try something different and consolidate everything down. If you like the process, let me know down below. If you prefer seeing more of the nitty-gritty of stuff happening, let me know that too down below, and next week we'll change it up a little differently. Either way, let me know your thoughts down below.
What Aaron's doing right now is he's building up the front wall of the closet, because after he boxed in the furnace vent right here, we decided it'd probably be a prime spot to put like a side shelf. So in order for that to work, he had to build up the door right here. Now, is that still going to give us room for a door to go in here for the closet?
We're gonna do a bifold barn slider door. I don't want a track door in here.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Doing up higher now.
All the way at the top.
It's not gonna be exact, but it'll be close.
We started off our room drywalling with the easiest room possible. That was our son's room. This room, despite the fact that it should have been the easiest, was extremely tricky to do. This was our first flat ceiling that we had to come to, and we found out very quickly that having the rafters up there made life a pain in the butt. Things weren't straight, things were slightly crooked, and it just made lining everything up very difficult.
And here is the closet all the way done. It was definitely a little trying. Some of these pieces were pretty brittle, so when we put the screws in, they kind of shattered. But other than that, we have the closet all the way done. So I would say this is probably the worst room we've had to drywall, just because nothing was exactly lining up straight. You can see we were trying to get this straight. This wasn't going in tight. Trying to get it tight up on the ceiling. And then we've got some gapping up there. I mean, all this stuff is stuff that's going to be covered up, when you do all the taping and stuff. But still, the goal is to do it as tight and as nice as possible. Kind of like this corner over here where it's a lot tighter. There's a possibility we could do it ourselves, but probably better to have a professional do it because they can do it faster and cleaner. And with this large expanse of wallage, a little minor defect is going to be very noticeable. But at least we've got the majority of this done, guys. I mean, it is insane to walk in here and look at this. I mean, you're going from sticks before, just the stick built, to the shell, to now walls, and it's just completely different. And we're definitely glad that we did this, where we cut this wall back, because originally this wall was going to go all the way down and extend out that way, which would have made this hallway a lot more narrow. So now we've got this whole thing going on, and they line up just perfectly right there. It is so cold out. We're in negative single digits right now. This is the first time in years that Michigan in our area has been below zero, actively below zero. Not feels like, or wind chill, I'm saying actual temperatures below zero. All right, well, Eric's back has been hurting. We're both in really rough shape. We're so close to being done with the drywalling on the house, but we're slowing down because our backs are both shot right now. And so we might be getting some heat in the house coming up here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Robert Kent suggested that we put temporary propane out there. And I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me that we could do that. I thought we had to have a permanent hookup, but you were right. We can do a temporary hookup. So what they ultimately decided is they are going to run a T off that propane tank all the way around to the back of the house. And that way we'll be able to run the furnace. So yeah, oh, there's all the kitties. They're cold and hungry. This is Gimpy Cat. Oh, look how sweet you are now. He's actually a wild cat. Isn't you a wild kitty? Yes, and you decided to be friendly. He used to be so mean that see, he's all chewed up. I don't know what he got in a fight with, but lately he's been pretty passive and hasn't wanted to fight with anything. Just sleeps all day. As far as I can tell, he's a super old tomcat. He has some sort of leg injury, so he drags his back leg. And it's one of those things that or maybe it's his front leg. I think it's this leg right here. See how he's not putting much weight on it? He's had that for ages. As far as I can tell, he just gets along fine. But he's cute because he likes to sleep with all of his boys. All right, are you hungry? Are you hungry, Gimpy Cat? Oh, okay, I'll get your food. The horses have their blankets on. So we're going to give them that whole bale. They have their blankets on, so they won't need much more than that. There's my poor hot tub. Gosh, that was the worst thing I ever did, was take that thing down. Seriously, guys. I should have left that up. I would have been in so much better shape. Eric, too. Like, I had no idea. I had no idea how much I would end up needing this. The plan had been to bring it in the barn and let it dry out and then roll it up. But then it got super cold, and I didn't want to roll it up when it's cold because I didn't want it to break, you know, the vinyl and stuff. So, but man, I'm telling you guys, it's so tempting to put this back up because my back needs it so bad. Bathtub just doesn't cut it, guys. This does the trick. This really did. So we are starting in on another room. Today we are going to be doing the mudroom, which includes the closet, which I'm standing in right now. Now Eric's goal is to be able to use some 10-foot sheets.
We specifically needed 10-foot sheets for these rooms in here. That way there's not going to be any butt joints. It'll be just one piece. Yeah, the butt joints are just kind of a pain in the butt. You gotta be really careful screwing them together.
So anyways, we went and got 34 10-foot sheets of drywall. And didn't you say that those 34 sheets should probably be the last load that we're going to need for regular drywall?
Yeah, and then purple stuff. And we got a big, I mean, it was a huge discount when you bought 34 sheets.
So what did you pay for each? And this is half-inch drywall.
Half-inch 4x10s, $12.98 per sheet from Lowe's.
$12.98 at Lowe's.
Yep,
What was
would
it?
Have been, if we had it delivered, they're 51 cents a square foot. So it would have been over $20 per sheet.
Wow.
Plus $50 delivery charge.
Okay.
So
by buying in bulk, we really saved our butt.
yeah, a lot.
Things to keep in mind if you are building a house, friends.
And it's in fine print. So when you
It's
look
in
at the
fine
thing,
print. Oh, great.
Yeah, because they'll have the normal price, and then you look underneath it. If you buy so many sheets, you save, I think it was 25%.
So what happens is when you have a gap difference, like from here to here, you're going to put a screw here, but you're going to put a screw down like right here. And it's going to put a lot of flux right here because there's nothing behind it, and it's going to break your drywall or pop your screw out. And the same thing right here, which is the opposite. This one is actually sticking out further than the top plate, probably by one shim. Probably one shim would fit right in there. Now this is flush to this, and it's going to taper down. And the same thing right here. So we're going to make sure to put a screw right here and not up there, not down here. This is about the area you would screw anyway for drywall. So that'd be a good spot for it. And this is just a placeholder, just to make sure everything's squared away.
You try to do this much drywall with the way your back is, maybe that's what's blew it out, man.
I think it's just I think it was just the perfect storm between coughing for a whole month and a half, doing drywall and not having the hot tub. I can go straight up. The question is, can I get over?
Did you take any aspirin or relief or anything?
I took some Consequin.
Are you against taking a leave? Let's get going on this.
Well, we're having just a little bit of a warm up. And by warming up, I mean we're finally breaking double digits. I think it's 19 degrees right now, maybe if we're lucky, but there's no breeze, so it feels a lot warmer than that. And you can see I'm wearing my lighter jacket. Anyway, Eric's had the heat running all night in the house. And even if we didn't have it running, between the sun coming in the windows and the heat from the basement, I think it would still be about 38 degrees. But let's check this out and see what it is. Wow, I can feel the heat wave as I open the door.
What time did that come out this morning?
I don't know. I mean, it was probably like 8:30, because you're like, did you go out to the house this morning? I'm like, no.
Okay, I turned it down to 60. It was at 62 I had it set.
Yeah.
I turned it to 60 and it's at 61. So the furnace hasn't kicked on for 2 hours.
Well, we've got sunshine coming in these windows, which is going to be heating it up too. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough draw. I mean,
I'm working a t-shirt. All right. It's a tiny bit chilly, but not bad.
You think this is a tiny bit chilly?
Well, I mean, I got a t-shirt on.
Well, I mean, it's 60 degrees. If in our house right now, we're 60 degrees, you'd be like, whoo, it's cold in here. What's the thermostat at? Why is it not kicking on? Shoot, I mean, if it drops to 64, I start complaining.
All right, we gotta finish this up.
But I feel like the house itself is radiating heat back. You know, with the double wide, it's always fighting the cold outside, so it doesn't radiate anything back. But
I almost feel like 60 in here feels like 68 in the double wide.
I agree. Here, like, I'm walking through this hallway, and it feels like it's radiating heat back to me. And again, like Eric said, from the floor, because it is somewhat heating the basement. So, like, the heat is staying, despite the tall ceilings, the heat is staying lower, I think. All right, I only have my time lapse back to running, so I had to grab a battery pack for that. But we have the closet of the mudroom done. So we just moved the scaffolding back in here. And here's what we have. Bloop. So now we got to do the actual mudroom. And Eric's going through marking the studs on the floor, because we're going to start with the bottom and go up.
in easily, man.
Yeah. Last wall side piece. There it is. It is in. Wow, that looks really good. Look at that. I did a great job cutting that one out.
I know, it had nothing to do with the person measuring it.
That's a side issue. And just like that, we have the mudroom done. This is our second small room done. Technically it's 2 rooms because you have the giant closet and then you have the actual mudroom. But everything top to bottom is done. Look at the ceiling way up there. And then come in over here. So here's the closet. We saw this earlier. This is a nice big closet. So this closet's actually gonna have, I guess, according to Eric, a bifold barn door. I've never seen those before, but Eric is convinced that that's what's gonna go on here. So, all right, so that means we have 2 rooms left with the white drywall.
So after that room was done, we moved into the closet. This is the master closet. If you didn't catch on previously, this is actually going to be a 2-story closet. It was definitely a trick, but this is how we moved most of the pieces into the closet. We pulled them straight through the bays.
Huh? Alright, don't go up. Ninja star to me.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
But we also have a very unique idea that Eric came up with. And this is one of his better ideas, I think. But after we got the first couple of sheets on, Eric decided to try doing a photo niche.
Okay. Poof.
Hey!
That's a little creepy.
You got windows in the closet.
It's a.
You're like this.
It's a creeper closet. Ooh. I'm kind of sad because I missed the window. Yeah, I think it looks fine. I think it would definitely look nice with some light in there. It'll definitely add flavor to the wall without having to be anything weird and crazy. Here it comes. Ready? It's naughty.
Sweet.
It looks good. Now I gotta go through and vacuum all this dust up. Blech.
Oh, can you put like little puck lights up here or something?
Yeah, yep, you certainly could.
I say we finish this off with the 1/4 inch so we get as much room as possible.
Okay. Well, we went through, we got the drywall up here in the closet.
Where's your other ones?
They're right there. So after some thought going back and forth, we decided we're just gonna go with drywall on the drywall. Put the first one in. There she is. Everything vacuumed. I say it's probably, the main floor is probably about 80% vacuumed. Eric is running the rainbow vacuum in here. That was getting pretty dusty. I was running the shop vac, which had a mega filter on it, and that thing loses suction when it is full. So I had to take the filter outside and knock it really good and bring it back in. So Eric's getting ready to fire up the furnace. Did you get the filter installed down there and everything too? Yeah. Okay.
Let's try this up here.
That might be too intense for it. That might be too much. Maybe
It's not pulling in that much.
I know, but I mean, if it's like crinkling and having
It's got a lot of air pulling in.
So our furnace guy suggested that we put a pre-filter over this so that it doesn't suck all of the dust in, especially down here. It's still pretty dusty. So this is what you use in your paint booth at work. So it catches some major particles.
Oh yeah.
So basically what the furnace guy said was that,
fine particle.
yeah. So he said that by running this while you're doing drywall, it can still suck particles through the filter, which is a heavy duty filter in there, and it can get stuck in the furnace and basically clog it up. And that would void the warranty.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some inspiring ideas. Some of the ideas we're gonna come back around to. We're gonna do a couple different bump outs on the walls. Some people asked about that. We have drywallers coming in asking about that. That is the new thing to do. You don't just put up 4 walls and call it a day. That's an unfinished house. Now we're doing built-in shelving and built-in niches, places to put stuff so that you don't have random pieces of furniture filling your room. It just kind of fills itself. So that's really what we're focusing on, is going to be organizational type things that also add to the caliber of the space as well. Well guys, stay tuned because we are coming up on several more rooms. I think we're going to knock out the last couple of rooms all in one video, simply because something shifted in our plan of attack, something major, and we had to scramble to get stuff done. So stay tuned for next week, where we are going to be very quickly catching up on where we're at now. Love you guys. Leave your comments down below, and like I said, stay tuned because we're gonna be getting into some amazing design opportunities for this house. It's gonna look like completely different than what you see now. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye.